Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
Huh? It's a house!
Did you hear what I said?
5 brain cells, 4 aren't working.
There's mosquitoes the size of bald eagles in that dadgum swamp.
Yeah. So how about that for the mug right there, you guys? Will that work? I don't know how to remove one instance of myself. It doesn't let you do it. You can't kick that person either. I don't know. It's just strange. Like I wanted to boot them. You know, it's just another me. But not look okay, yeah, because this is, I mean, it actually looks better like this. Let me show you. I'm never watching again. Like you get rid of the tan background, and that just goes on a white mug or something. You can kind of see the boo-hoo-hoo and I'm never watching again at the same time. I think it makes me look older than I am, though. Yeah. All right. Anyways, I got the. I think we were at $25. That's all we were at. No new members. No nothing. So if you guys have the ability to help support the channel on this live stream, that would be great. I don't have any other source of income on the live streams. You guys are it. So if you're sort of sitting there and you realize you like watching and having these shows happen, it'd be great to get the support. I don't know. I'm pretty old. No, the spot on matches people like you never giving in the record. Like morons like you that bitch and complain and, oh, that gray guy, I can't believe you let him on here. It just sounds just like you idiot. Grow up. Man, you're stupid. Wow. I don't know. Who cares? I mean, I'm going to go through the. Let's see. So I've got the entire sequence. I added all of it this time. You know, again, you have to take the time frame and turn it into, you know, multiply it times. You know, just make it 6.67% of the speed that they give it to you, us, because they spit it up 15 times. So I did it for all the known spots where it stops or it slows down. All right. Wow, we got one from Anonymous tonight. Why is that? Why are you anonymous? Thank you. Watched and liked your earlier. Very amazing. Yeah, so this one is 52 minutes long because I converted all of the, well, not every bit because I still have the parts where I'm driving, you know, in the car to fill in the blanks. But, you know, all the rest of it has blank spots. So we could just start going over that. You know, and then there's a timeline that's out there in a PDF file that I've been, you know, I've had for a long time, and I try to make everything match that as good as I could. Well, because you said "and." Yeah, I know what it means, but why not just put the A in there? You know, maybe they say it like, so and so "and." I know what they were saying. You know, I'm just reading what they wrote. I don't know. I have no idea if we're getting it or not. I have no... they're just being absolute idiots. The Moscow Police Department, just... all of them, you know. Giving it to their little besties first, you know, and all the rest of us get to sit around and we don't get anything. Nobody even knows what the hell's happening. Makes them, I think it makes them look bad too. It just, you know, kind of, it sort of actually boosts some of the comments that people make about them. You know, the good old boys club, the this and that, you know, just garbage. Yeah, I know. I said that, Kristen, in the show. Yeah. So anyways, let's just go through the whole thing now that it's all been extended out. But let's see if we can try to reach the goal tonight, you guys. Is that something we can do? Because if we start getting on the path where we start missing it and missing and missing again, then we're back in trouble. Yeah, so there was the Elantra right there. I'm just going to use this one, not the full screen version, because I can zoom in on this. So if we just start over here again. Hey, Anonymous just gifted 5. See, look, right here. Here comes the Elantra driving right there down Linda Lane on the 1320 Linda Lane camera. And now we're back out here driving on Taylor Avenue. And all these all the clocks here are synced up with surveillance footage. All right, so I have to slow down or speed up my driving to match surveillance. So here it goes. Somebody today goes, "Hey, Gray, your timeline matches when the security company, the security guards, the cops were driving around." And that just isn't true. They were there before 3 driving around. Yep, and so here it comes into the area at 3:30, 31 seconds. And then after it drives by, it comes up right now to the right is 1122 King Road. And then this is 500 Queen Road. And then somebody today said, "Gray, is that somebody's leaving the house?" And because there's a video of somebody exiting the house. They think that 1119 is actually the house where all the victims were killed. It's just, it's astonishing to me that at this late in the game, you still have people that completely are unaware of what they're looking at. All right, now we're coming around behind 500 Queen. And like I said in the video, every time the vehicle comes around at the top here and it turns, I'll even show you the building in a second here. Watch. Ding, ding, ding. I can see it in the background already. And it's likely, like right back here, the headlights hit the top of a building. And you can see it as the vehicle is turning each time. I don't show it until the last one, though. And then we sit here for a while, and let me get back to this surveillance footage. Now we're just driving out, leaving. Now the car's there for about a minute. You know, it's weird. There's these little lights that you see sometimes. And I'm just trying to figure out what does it mean? Because there's a time where a light is on, like a reflection of a light, for right around 420 and, you know, like 19 seconds or so. And I'm just thinking, man, Kohberger is outside near his car. Most people, when you open your car door, a light goes on. And I'm wondering if his car door opened and then it reflected on a cylinder-like object so that you could see it from that camera. You know, the 1112 King Road camera. I know, it's pretty interesting. Because why would there even be the slightest flicker of any kind at that time? And then it seems like there's a street light at some point, too, that goes on and off. Yeah, there's still people that think that's not Kohberger's car. Can you just, we already went over the 4:15 time. I'm the one that put out the video that showed us the 4:15 time. So let's, you know, don't pretend that you've gleaned it from some other place. You know, I slowed down the video 6.67%. All right, so this is just long. There's nothing going on in these 6 minutes or so here. But you can look around, and if you see anything, you know, you can see that there's people moving around in this house over there. No, that wasn't the flash that Bethany saw. Sorry. I think it's really likely that the light that she saw was Xana coming down, turning on a light switch to pick up her DoorDash, and then went back upstairs, and that's just the memory that Bethany Funk has. Everybody thinks that it's just ironclad, that Bethany Funk saw like sparkling and all these different things when she was dead asleep, when she was woken up from her sleep. All right, we've had one person supporting the channel on this live stream here, so we need you guys' support tonight. I really hope this isn't one of those nights where I have to say it over and over and over and over. It's just so... I don't like it. I don't like doing it. But it's the only thing that seems like even mildly gets people, oh yeah, that's right. Anyways, yeah, so there's a light later on that kind of shines like right over here when he's leaving. Hello, Sandy Shirley showed up. Yeah, people are aware, but doesn't seem to have an effect. Yeah, so there's, I mean, this is what was actually going on. You know, what's the thing that's interesting? That there's a lack of any vehicles at all, right? Like, you don't see a vehicle driving back there, back here during this time frame. Nothing. The only vehicles you do see at some point are the tan vehicle, the DoorDash delivery driver, and another random vehicle that drove up here at like 3:51 something. Thanks, Cuckoo and Gloria Batari. So you can hear stuff going on, but it's... Here, let's boost this up here. And that's just so distorted, it's almost unbelievable. I hope so, Gloria. She said, do you think we'll be able to watch the interrogations or interviews soon. Yeah, I would hope so. Thanks. My Vespa. I remember when I was younger, people drove those all the time. I had a Honda, an Aero 50 Esprit one time, and I think an Elite 80. I love those little Honda Esprit. You know, they were like, they only went 29 miles an hour, but man, what a useful thing to have. And they're really tiny. Now we don't know what that sound is in the background. Hey, thanks, Brian Harrell. All right, so coming up here, before we move on, let me try to find this, the timeline. I mean, that was the coolest thing that came out of all the documents for me, was that timeline. I think it's this one right here. Here, I'll show you. I mean, I just thought it was so great. I mean, this is the thing I was just, oh God, you can't, I mean, I couldn't believe it. When they put out this one right here, where it talks every single time that the launcher was filmed. See all these different times on here, and where it was filmed, and you know, you can see all of these things. You know, there's Ridge Road camera we don't have. We also don't have this other camera. That was on Paradise Drive. But all the ones from 1112, like right there. Headlights are seen traveling north on Walanta Drive behind 119 King Road at 340. So right now we are at 337.53. So if we go up here, that means in about 19 seconds, there's going to be a vehicle that you'll see right here. Okay, in 19 seconds, it's going to drive by right there. So look at the clock up here. Here we go. At 3:38:12, you're going to see something over here. Look at the clock. See it up in the corner there? 13. You'll probably start seeing it a little bit before, right over here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, look at that. Here it comes. Boom. Right there. Isn't that amazing? It matches that perfectly. Then at 3:38:34, a vehicle comes in right here. You'll see that coming up. You'll see it right here at 3:38:34. Watch. Right where that little, I cut it out with my, oh wait, there it is. Right, okay, 3:30. Yeah, it was 35 when it came back, but it came out right there at 3:38:34. Comes back around, and there it is. And then here's me driving up here. Isn't that crazy though, how accurate that is? And then it drives around back here. Now then at 3:39:07, the 1330 Linda Lane camera picks it up coming around this corner. So there's 3:39. See that? And then it's 3:39:07, and there it is. Boom, as it comes around right there. See that? So I got everything timed up. That's why it was taking me so long to do this. And then it comes around, and then at 3:39:35, after it makes its way around, it just drove by right there. And then here's the clock again. And then at 3:39:35, it'll come around here, and that's when the headlights are seen on 1127. So right, 1:35, right around that, right, you know, within a second, right there, boom. And then it pulls over. And then it doesn't leave until 3:40 and 24 seconds. That's when we'll see it. So it'll sit back here until about 3:40:14 or so. That means it did stop, or it drove incredibly slow back here, but I think it stopped and looked and watched. But it sits here, and then probably at 3:40 and 14 or 15, I start pulling off. I haven't really, you know, I haven't seen it to be able to, I mean, I've seen it, I just still wasn't thinking about that. Wow, it's almost exactly right. With 14 seconds. And then it comes around, and it's going quick, because to get to there, in 24, you have to be driving that fast. See? 340/24, and then it exits. And then guess what? Up here, you'll be able to see the headlights. So let's keep that. Let's try to do that same thing that we just did a minute ago. Hold on. I'm going to zoom in. Hey, thanks, Linda Farber. All right. So I'm going to go right around here, and it's going to be at 3:41 and 1 second. You're going to see the car up here, and then right here, 3:40 and 1 second, bam, right there. See that? Isn't that amazing? That's crazy, right? And now I cut back over here, and we stay here until, 3:40, 3:46. You can see the, it's way over by Paradise Drive, so we don't get to see that. Thank you, Linda Farber. And look at Allie Kate going for a wave. See, that feels like that's people talking, but it might be in this house right here. I mean, what do you think? Do you think that's somebody talking? That sounded like it, right? Right in here. It's just that the audio is so distorted after they changed the speed. So let's play that again. I mean, it could be anything, I guess. I had two of myself on the screen, and I couldn't get it off, and it kept echoing and echoing and echoing, so we started a new one. You think it's stalking? What is? No, talking. Yeah, I mean, it could be talking. And the thing is I guess the dog barking could actually, maybe it's another dog that's in this house here. But law enforcement seems pretty certain that that's Murphy. And I would imagine they asked Jack DeCour, is that how your dog sounds? And he's like, yeah, that's what he sounded like. And then we had somebody in here that said the same thing. Thanks, Michelle H. Going with Allie Cake's wave. Oh wait, did we miss something? We missed it, right? No, 3:40, 3:46. So this is like, this is actually playing here. And, there's like nothing changing really. But you can see the clock up here, it's moving. So that means the video's playing and there just is nothing going on. I mean, it just shows you how desolate the streets were at that time of night. With in an hour period, only 2 cars were seen on Walanta Drive up there. Kohbergers and an unknown vehicle. Who's the unknown vehicle, Gray? Oh yeah, 3:40, 3:46 was Paradise Drive. So the next thing we're going to see is when the DoorDash driver comes in here at around 3:46. So there's like nothing happening here. Yeah, sort of like what do you call it? Like when there's a shadow, a void when there's blood spatter, right? There's no information in that spot, but that is information. It means that there was something blocking the spatter from hitting the wall. So we're just playing the actual full length of this, except it's not anywhere near the quality as it would be as if I had it. I've even asked the news channel if I could have a copy, no response. I mean, these people are just, it's just, you know, what are they going to do with it? Just let it sit there because they already made the video? All right, what's this one? At 3:45:10. Oh wait, that is that's Kohberger's vehicle traveling this direction on Willanta Drive back there. So let's back that up a little bit. So that is on there. And that's Kohberger's Elantra driving by at 3:45:07 and at 3:43:46. Here, let me just show you up here what he was doing. At 3:43:46, he was right over here, and there's a camera on this building. He was driving down here, and it actually says he does a U-turn. So he drove down like this, and then he came back up this direction, drove around like that, came around on these streets, and then right here he takes a right on Willanta Drive, and then he's driving, and right between here's the house with the camera on it, and it's right there. So like right as the vehicle's about to go around this, take that turn, or before it straightens out right there, that's when this camera on this building can see right through there. So basically, if I drew a line, the camera's about right there. That's not what I wanted to do. Let me do this one. So if we went like this, and then so you can see the vehicle from like there, and then, you know, sort of in that little gap right there. And then since it's higher than these houses, you can actually see it back here through the trees, but that's the spot right there. Does that make sense? And so there it was. Let's just go back up again at 3:45:07. It drives by. However, we don't know where it went. You know, this is where it's possible that when the vehicle came down, for some reason, it parked over here for a little bit. Because there's no indication that it passed this Linda Lane camera again going that way. However, the online version of that surveillance video, which is 5 hours long, is missing from 3:30 until 4:05, like in the exact time that you would need. Very odd stuff. So he just drove by there, and the DoorDash comes in. So there's so many times where he was so close to the DoorDash driver. Now, where did he go but not pass Linda Lane? Yeah, that's a key thought. I'd love to sit down with one of the investigators and see what they say. Not sure what you're talking about. Do you not want me to talk about it? The hoe mixer. You sound like you're bored to death. Hey, and there's Sandy Shirley. Thank you. And here it comes at 3:46:12. So they likely passed each other again out there, right? Because if you look at it like this, let's do like here it comes by right up there at 3:45:08. Takes about 25 seconds. So at 3:45:33, it's driving past King Road right there. And then this vehicle comes in here at like literally like 30 something seconds later. I mean, that's crazy, right? So they probably passed each other out there. And this is the DoorDash driver. Did it stop? Oh. Okay, hold on. And here comes DoorDash. And I have the, looks like on this one I don't have the overall clock, but you can see it up there. So right now the DoorDash driver is pulling in front of 1112 King Road, or 1122 King Road. So she just drove by right here and pulled in here, but can't make out the number. I'm not sure she went in there though. That's the thing. It feels like she parked kind of out here somewhere. So 34707. Yeah, well, we'll make Sandy Shirley a moderator. She's been around here for so long. Always here, even when, you know, I probably make her mad or whatever. So thanks. I mean, there's some other moderators haven't been around, so I figured I could use a couple. So you can hear voices, right? Is that her? I mean, is that the DoorDash driver right there? I have a feeling you could make out this audio really well here. I bet you could make out this audio really well. If you could hear it. I mean, that voice sounds like her, kind of, almost. Just that little bit you can hear. Oh, man, how frustrating. See, so that's kind of how she talks. Remember that in the interview? That almost sounds like that is the DoorDash driver talking. I mean, it could be people in this house here, but... Well, yeah, it can. If we have the original 53-minute video, or 52-minute video, we'd easily be able to see it. Thanks, K-Me. Okay. Well, you already do good at greeting, Sandy, so that's good. Just make it an honorary one then, I guess. That's so crazy. That's actually a person. That's how she talks, though. You know, like if you literally listen, remember how she is? So I actually think that might be her talking. And maybe she's standing down here, just on the road. Yeah, but she did seem to, I mean, if she drove up there, maybe she drives up there here in a minute. And that's why she stops talking. She's like, hey, I can't find it or whatever, right? And then... Man, that's exactly what she that's how she sounds. That's weird. All right, we're about 52% of the goal tonight, you guys. So if you can help support the channel, that'd be great. So this is, you know, something that was 15 times the speed and put out as a video. That means now you're missing, the audio isn't just scrunched up where you can then unscrunch it. This means you lost like 80%, 90% of the audio. And see, that's 349.10 right there. And now, is this when she drives her car to the back? Right around here? Because she can't find it? Because she's only been here for 3 minutes. And then she goes to the back. Maybe we can hear the car starting up or something. Or see lights. If we can see lights moving around somewhere, you can still see those kinds of things. Welcome, Art and Design Studios. That's crazy. I mean, look at the audio signature, by the way, you guys. Can you see down there? I mean, that's, here, look at that. I mean, right there. That's obviously something. Somebody's talking. I mean, I think it was pretty obvious. It wasn't. Yeah. I bet you Lisa Valenzuela likes this kind of stuff. All right, so then at the top up here, we do see a vehicle 35027. And let's take a look at the what's going on over here on this chart. There it is, 35027. Summary of headlights are seen traveling north on Walenta Drive. So the vehicle at this time does not go in. And if you notice up there, look how freaking slow it was going. I think you could see something up there. It's just really just sort of barely moving along. And it does not enter into the complex. Again, it does not go onto King Road. Apparently, it also doesn't go onto the Linda Lane camera at 1320. So where does it go? It just stops and is monitoring. And when me and Amber went out there, we were able to see that if you're parked right there, you can see straight through here to the house. Maybe he drove down like that and pulled in. Okay, let me rewind it. So was that the car right there driving up? Hold on. Ah. Okay, what I heard is a car right there. Right? You guys hear that? Hey, thanks for gifting the membership. You cart backwards. you cart backwards. All right. Wait. Let's see. You cart backwards. So, Tracy. There you go. Tracy is your name. All right. There you go. See that? My investigative skills came into... Yeah. Thanks for gifting a membership. Oh, an Art and Design Studio gifted one. Very cool. So do you guys hear that sound there? That sounds maybe like the car. It did just drive by there. The launcher did. And right now it could be going to Taylor Avenue. Through that little gap, you could hear it. Yeah. That's a car. That's a car. So maybe right around like this time frame is when she drove up and parked in the back lot and then immediately was like, oh, I'm not walking down there, so then walked down the street again. And that's when it passes that tan vehicle. She passes. Oh yeah, and then up, hold on, I gotta go back a little bit. So now that car right there is not the Elantra. See how the lights are much more sort of rectangular and thin? Look at, watch. See that? That's not what the Elantra looks like, and that's why I'm almost positive that's not it. Driving by. So that did go up there at 351.30. Just happens to be another car that was driving around. Oh yeah, and then there she is. Let me go over here. This is pretty interesting. So by reversing it out, when it was 15 times the speed, you actually can pick up a lot of stuff. Look right down here, watch. I'm going to just forward it. See that? You can see her right there. See this? Right there is her cell phone. See that? So watch this. You know, kind of walks past there. That's her physical being, but it's blurry because we're only looking at a certain number of frames. You know, 2 frames out of 30 basically, and that's her right there, and it's blurry because that's all we got. And then she makes it to here, and that's when they had normal speed. So isn't that interesting how you can actually see her inside of even the, you know, 15 times speed, slow down 6.67%. See that right in there? I thought you guys would think that was pretty cool. You know. Anyways, not one comment related. Well, maybe Tracy's comment was related. But anyways, here is the DoorDash driver. So we'll play that at regular speed now. She's just hanging out there, looking at her phone. She is moving. That's a moving video here. No, it's not possible to do that. And so there you go. Look, there you go. Yeah, see, then it just kind of, then, like right in there, there's something you can see really clearly. I don't know if that's like her shirt or what, but it just kind of goes and disappears for some reason. The way they put out their video, I can't recover whatever that was. See, now we got the full clock here. Let me try to. And then you'll see another vehicle drive up here, and they don't come in because they can probably see that there's a vehicle down here. And that's going to be at 3:52:42, so we got 21 seconds. And you can just, I think you could just hear the car drive by right there. Hear it? That little. And then in a second here, you'll see it up here. Here it comes. And there's a light. And there it is. And see how those are rounded lights? That's the Elantra. And this is 15 times speed that I've slowed down. Every time you see 15x, I've slowed it down to its regular speed, but you're missing. So imagine taking something. Oh, that's the tan vehicle driving out. So up here, I speculated that maybe the tan vehicle was this one because we didn't know. Up here, we thought that was the tan vehicle because we didn't know when the tan vehicle left. But I was close. It just, you know, it's not. So I mean, it's 3:52:43, and then the tan vehicle drives by at 3:53:07. So, and then it goes the other direction. So it's off by like 35 seconds, and it goes another direction. So there's a tan vehicle that she walked by. So she walked all the way down there. So let's see. She was down below, and then she parked up above. That's right. So she parked down below, and when you see her walking is after she'd already driven up, parked back there, and then walked down. And on the walk back up, this guy passed her, and then she still sat in her car for a few minutes before then driving down to the front of the house again and then delivering the DoorDash order. So, you know, let's just rewind that a little bit again. So here she is coming in at 46. So she pulls into the front, and then sometime inside of here, maybe with all these voices that are talking. I mean, listen. I actually absolutely believe that's her talking. Might not be, but that's how her voice sounds even. And then she drove up to the back, and when she probably got up there to the back at like 3:52 or so, and then she got out of her car and then walked down, and then at 3:53, or let's see, 3:51 and 38 seconds, you see her walking down in this area. So maybe she parked in the back at more like about 3:50 or so, and then came walking down, and then on her way back up is when that other car passed her. So she's like looking around, and then the other car, the tan vehicle, passed her, and then there it goes. It's leaving. Then she makes it back to her vehicle, and still like probably looking at Google or whatever, and then probably at like 3:55 or so, got in her car, then drove down, and then she makes it to the front of the house again. And I don't know why she sits in her car for another 5 or 6 minutes, but she seems like somebody that might do that. All right, you guys, we're having one of those lulls, so if you're out there and you have the ability to help support the channel, that would be awesome. Trying to reach the goals tonight. I mean, it's also possible she got her story wrong. Like, she looked around and then drove up to the back and then drove back down without ever walking by. I don't know. But that one, she did pass that tan vehicle. You'd think she would have called Xana and said, "Hey, Xana, where's the, I'm here with your food. I'm just trying to." I mean, that food must have been cold as hell by the time it got there. Okay, the next activity to look for is 3:56:24. And guess what? That car, the Elantra, has been parked over here to the right for about 3 minutes. It hasn't. There's no north again, or no south on. So I think when right up here. Remember that one vehicle? I think it was right there. Let's see. That right there is when it's heading. That is the Elantra heading south, and then it does a U-turn pretty quick up there. And look at it. It's right there. Right there. It goes by again. Just after the tan vehicle left. So see that at the top of the screen there? It went boom. And then after it drove by at 3:53:38, it stopped and parked somewhere for quite a while. And then it just comes in over here, but it goes and just parks on a street right over there somewhere. And here it comes, coming into the area. Looks like that. At 3:56:27. just driving back here. And then again, the headlights at the top of 1127. Oh, jeez. Maybe if their apartment was, you know, they might have deleted the videos by the time they identified him. Amber. All right, I'm gonna have to say it again, you guys. If you're out there, we're only at about 60% of the goal. If you guys could please help support the channel tonight, we need about another, I'd say 20. I mean, geez, like 20 channel memberships. I mean, that's how badly far behind we are recently. Not sure what's happening, but there you go. You need about 20. And there it is leaving. And the DoorDash driver is still here at this point. And it's in the front of the house, parked. And then this is what the launcher would be doing, driving back. But now he's aware again that there's another car. You know, maybe he saw the tan car, but he's been watching. Don't you find it interesting that he never entered the complex again the entire time the DoorDash driver was there? And that's the only time that he took that much time. So there he is driving up above. Look at how slow he's going. This is what I wanted to point this part out at one point. Thank you, Michelle H. Look up here. Look how slow. I don't know if you can see this, but look right up there. Watch this. I mean, this is exactly what we said, that he was driving by very slow up here, and he was watching. And it almost appears that he turned his... Let's see. It looks like the lights are on right there. Let's actually count how long this took here. So right when you first see it, I mean, that's insane. So we're looking at 3:59:03. And let's see when we can see the light over here. There's just no way in hell it would take that long. All right, right there. Right there. So 13 seconds. I mean, hey, thanks, Anonymous. Look at this. 13 seconds to get from right here to like right there. No chance, man. No chance. That car was going incredibly slow from right here to right there. 13 seconds in a vehicle. No way. Okay. So that's pretty crazy right there. Just looking at that alone. I think he right there. He knows that the DoorDash driver is right there. Do you guys all agree with that at that point? That he knows that there's somebody in that front parking lot that he just drove by that has their lights on and they're at the house. All right, so that's what I'm asking in the poll here. I don't think there's any doubt, really. I think the people will be the Kohbergers or the trolls who, I mean, it's just, there's no chance. He has to have seen it. Plus, he's driving incredibly slow up there. You know, we can almost tell, like, this house right here is one next to it, right? So it comes out right there. Let's, is that the one right next to it? Yeah, so over the top of it, over the edge, so it looks like it goes over yeah, kind of like right into that corner. So it goes like this. Just like that. And then to just here, really? I mean, that's insane. It took 13 seconds for that car to drive from here to there. That's ridiculous. And I think if, we can measure that. And that is 156 feet. How fast is a car driving 156 feet in 13 seconds in miles per hour? I bet it's like 6 or, I mean, just some ludicrous number. 8 miles an hour.
Let's go step by step.
There it is.
Find the speed in feet per second.
Right there.
Speed equal to distance.
8 miles an hour. I mean, that's slow as hell. Okay. But we're still up to basically the same numbers. Thanks. We got Anonymous and Michelle H. We're just trying to reach the goal tonight after missing it dramatically yesterday. Might take a few days to catch up the difference. Unless we get lucky tonight. 8.8 miles an hour. All right. Now the DoorDash driver is sitting in her car right now, and she doesn't leave right this moment, but this is the leaving segment. So right around here at 3:59:47, we hear the key fob go off on the 1330 Linda Lane camera, but not on this one because they removed so much of the audio you can't hear a quick little beep. See? And I think that's when she's getting out of her car right now. She's walking over to the front of the house, and she just laid it down, took a picture of it. Probably right before that at like 3:59 and 59 seconds. And then look, up above, that Elantra is coming back, and just a minute later, because it was like, man, he's antsy. He drove by and he didn't do anything near what he'd done all the other times. He would drive back here, he'd go way over there. This time when he drove by, he basically came over here and did a U-turn. Maybe even went to there, but did a U-turn and came right back, and he's back here in a minute 10. And there he comes, because he knows that DoorDash driver's there, and he's looking, and he can still see that they're there, so he does not go in. And we know she's still there because at 4, the car hasn't driven by. Plus, at 4 o'clock and 27 seconds, we start hearing the key fob again, or 26 or 7, I can't remember. And there it goes. And maybe that was the door shutting. She might have been right at her car when she clicked it. So let's see. Maybe that's the door shutting and she's in her car. So she's like, dink, jumps in her car, shuts it. That'll only take 3 seconds or so. And then maybe turns her car on. Now that right there is the Elantra sound driving by on the street over there. And the Elantra is actually heading all around the entire area. So let me show you what the Elantra did. The Elantra drove by here. Because the DoorDash driver's in there, he continued all the way around like this, the Elantra, and then drove by this building right here that got the shot of a missing front license plate and the make and model and year. So without the DoorDash, that never would have happened. And it came around and it drove all the way around like this, to come back around 4:05 almost, right into this area. So it did not go in there because the DoorDash driver was still there. So when we go into here and we look and we rewind it, look above up there in the upper left. Looks like I gotta, it's like gotta catch up again with this memory. So hold on a second, but yeah, you guys, I don't know what it feels. It feels bad when I say, hey guys, we need your support to reach the goals tonight. And we just get, it's so slow, you know, to have people respond. I'm not asking for millions of dollars. Like if everybody would just do like you're tipping, somebody made you a Starbucks coffee or something, those amounts help. But instead it's just forget it, Gray. No other YouTubers do this. I don't care that no other YouTubers do it. My channel has donated $255,000, and that's how we are able to keep doing that. All right, so if you're watching the show and you have the ability to support the channel, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so let me rewind it. So right up there, look what time that is. At 4 o'clock and 12 seconds. That's the Elantra seeing that the DoorDash is still there. Now the DoorDash driver is actually walking back to her car right at this moment. So he can see all that. She's walking back to her car. And then we hear the last two key fob sounds. And I think that's her getting into her car. That's a door sound or something. Now this sound here is the Elantra. Well, actually that's her car, excuse me. So that's her, let's just say that's the door sound. You know, and it's interesting too. That's why I think she parked on the street, because how would you have been able to back out and then drive that way after those key fob sounds? So for me, it feels like she's just right there on the road, parked, not in the parking lot, but on the side of the road. Remember how they said that Kohberger parked right behind her? Doesn't it then make more sense that the vehicle parked sort of like this, but over here, like right there or something, and then Kohberger pulls in right there, and then he keeps going, and she's right there. And then when she gets back to her car, she just gets in it, turns it on, and goes whoop, like that, you know. Let's check out the lights though. I mean, so that, it's interesting looking at that. Like you look at the lights and see how they do appear to be turning. And then, so like, look at the headlights. See how they're over here first? And so what you're looking at is the headlights are hitting over there first. So maybe she's like, she drove in and backed out and was facing outwards. And then when she came out, their headlights hit over there first and then sort of straighten out and go that way. Hey, thanks, Pat. You guys know what understand what I'm saying? So look at it, it's dark. Then you see the headlight, almost like the lights are seen there as the car is turning onto the road. See how the light's sort of heading left, and then now it's onto the street, and then boom, over here, driving by. But that's interesting, though. And see, all of this stuff, for some reason, they had this at 15 times speed. Some of it. Not this part, but right before that. And that's the DoorDash leaving at 4 o'clock and 45 seconds. So if we go back to here, 4 o'clock and 13 seconds. And then the DoorDash is driving at 4 o'clock and 36 seconds, but leaves the area probably at like 4 o'clock and 50 seconds. But then the Elantra up here, I think the DoorDash driver is about 25 seconds behind Kohberger. So she could probably see him on Taylor Avenue, but way down there. Welcome, Pat T. And I wonder if they're trying to pretend that that's a person right there. God, they almost hit somebody. And that's not a person. That's the lights hitting the back of a car, and it's moving exactly with the car. Do you see that? But you'll see other YouTubers that'll try to probably claim that that's a person. You know, I know how they work. But see how that's like perfect timing with the movement of the vehicle? And so there's DoorDash, and Kohberger is in his Elantra doing the full lap. It's driving all the way around that whole looping situation that I've had since the beginning of the case. Man, you guys are demoralizing me tonight. It's like, yeah. How about this? Let's try to get to, well, that's not even going to do it. Jeez. We need 18 more channel memberships to reach just the basic goal that we do. That's how far behind we are. Yeah, nothing's gonna change anything. Like, he's already, you know, admitted doing it and everything. I'm just trying to put together like what actually happened. And I think he was absolutely aware that there was a vehicle. The DoorDash driver was around. That's actually one of the huge elements that got the right make and model year, missing a front plate because of the DoorDash driver. It's like talking to, it's just air. Alright, we'll try this other shorter goal here. That's our $5. Alright, can we do that? I wonder what that sound was. What is that right there? These sounds. Yeah, I guess we're not going to get to know because that's not related to the case because it's 402. But those are people talking. Maybe that's a dog. Let's hold on. Well, it's weird because somebody's saying these names right here. Listen, almost like they're. I'm not just saying this, but it sounds like they're talking to a dog. Like Kathy or something. God, wouldn't that be great to build? Let's boost that part up. Thanks, Tammy McDonald, and welcome, Mary, and welcome, True Crime, Micah. God, that's probably so definable if that was the audio was good. That's a guy, somebody, maybe it's like a dog. I mean, what is this sound here? I know, no shit, D-Rich. Think how good I could do with that. It'll probably make it to some shit YouTuber and they won't even know what they're doing. It's just, it sucks. Man, this is like really clear audio for this being only basically 6% of what the audio should be. It's like that, like Kathy or whatever, something that's probably incredibly easy to determine if you have the full audio. Thanks, Anonymous. It's like they're saying sit, sit. So like this is a dog. I do. I feel like they're talking to a dog in this house here. And then look over here. This part right here, it's like sit, sit or something. Watch. Right there. Come on, sit, sit. That's weird, isn't it? Hey, look at that. It's Bright-Eyed Girl. Ta-na-na-ta.
I'm not a big fan of his brain.
You gotta admit, even if you don't like Trump, that's a great line, isn't it?
I'm not a big fan of his brain.
Oh, man. Hey, let's see. Thanks, Love the Sun 100. All right, you guys. I think we're only 6 channel members short now. Very cool. Thanks, you guys. Doesn't it sort of sound like somebody's talking with a pet of some sort? And this is not really relevant stuff. It's just, wouldn't it be great to, wow, there's these other people that are alive, you know? See, that sounded like sit again, right there. I mean, that one almost sounds clearly like it says sit. Here, let's make that one louder. You guys hear that? I'm not trying to do the, you know, spirit box shit. I'm just telling you, like the repeated commands like that, you're usually talking to a dog. So let's hear this. Doesn't that sound like sit? Listen. I mean, that sounds pretty clear. Welcome, Courtney. Hey, T-Moral. He's probably doing like a sit. Oh yeah, so people are going to want me to see that one part. Hold on. Yeah, I think it's right after that car. Ah. Huh, I thought it was 3:53-ish. Or somebody comes out of that house over there. No, it's 3:33, right? Hold on. I'll go back to where we were. I just want to... Right there. Right. See, people make a big deal out of it. And it's just like, what does it have to do with anything? See, there's a person right there that just came out that door. And they go, why is there somebody coming out? And yes, I will admit that the general shape of that building, you know, has that roof, then an upper roof, and 1, 2, 3 floors. However, it looks nothing like 1122 King Road. It's not the house. It's irrelevant. There's just somebody coming out of the house at 3:33 and 40 seconds. No big deal. Gray, how do you know, though? I mean, well, because it doesn't have any connection to the crime. It's both. Kohberger is just barely even there at this point. All right, we're gonna go. Just going back to. All right, so we were in here, listening to some of this audio. Thank you, T-Ree. Hey, thanks, Team Earl. Yeah, this one's taking a long time. Okay, let's boost the audio up on this one. Audio gain, let's do 15. Yeah. Alright, and there's Kohberger's vehicle. It's coming into the area for its fourth and final pass now. And it's going to come, you'll see it right on the camera there at 4:05 and 31, 4:04 and 56 seconds. So look how long it took for that car. I mean, the Elantra, watch. If I back it up a little bit. Okay, now we got to wait for it to kick in again. I mean, from up there to get around there, it took a while. It's driving slowly because you know what? He's still looking. So see it at the top up there? It's coming in. See that? So look at it. That's 4:04 and 21 seconds. And then let's do it like this. And then right... Let's show when it shows the light. Right there when it's even with that street. It's 4:05 on the dot. So let's go back up there. That's 4:04 and 20 seconds. So 40 seconds it took for the vehicle. So he's still monitoring, man. I mean, this is nuts. Here, watch this. So from right here, you'd be in this lane, going around like this, coming around. I think we're doing some kind of interesting analysis right here. And then right when he gets even with the intersection, we'll say, that distance is 506 feet. So here we go. How fast is a car going, driving 506 feet in 40 seconds in miles per hour? It's driving 8 miles an hour again. I mean, 8 miles an hour is ridiculous. All right, so that means he's back here driving really slow around this corner, just watching, and he pulls in here slowly. You know, he's sort of monitoring. I mean, I could just picture him in his car, really just like with those screwed up eyes that he's got. Hey, thanks, D. Rich. Can we find his street view of where he was parked watching the DoorDash? Yeah, well, I've actually driven there. I remember I made a video where I parked there with my 360-degree camera, and you can see I just wouldn't be able to find it instantaneously. But yeah, if you go to like right there, and let's see. See, it's not going to work because it doesn't stop where it needs to. If you're parked right there, you can see the house right through there. I mean, I know I've done it, so it's it's absolutely a truth. See that right there? Goes, there's a space right there and it goes boom right there. So, but man, 8 miles an hour. That is so freaking slow. All right, so let's just watch that again. Look at him traveling, just probably right there now, and he's just kind of going around, waiting and looking and watching. And he goes around over there. And he probably turns. Now he's coming this way. I mean, it's even longer than that. It's like 5. See how slow that is? I mean, that's just ridiculous to drive that slow. And this is the pace he's going. So now he comes in and he's looking to see if the DoorDash driver is still there, because he wouldn't have known that it left given the timing. He was 25 seconds ahead of it. So he's looking now, and he doesn't see it there anymore, but he's watching, and he's looking through Xana to see what's happening, because he sees that with the light on, something was going on. So he's now kind of concerned about that. So what he does is he goes over here and does a 3-point turn. Yeah, I know, Mustang Sally. I've said it 100 times. But Gray, he drove so slow because he was star watching. Oh, star watching. I should have understood when you said but Gray. Anyways, do you guys like the... should I make the mugs with that? Do you think that'd be funny? I'm never watching again. Or maybe I should put quotes on the end or something. Each side. Okay, but I'm only going to do it if you guys are going to get the mug. Alright? So look at it. Drove back here. And you kind of wonder what he's doing right here. I think he's partially getting ready to go right here. Like he's doing... I mean, he sat there for 10 seconds. What is he doing? And then he backs out. And then he goes right back to the front of the house again, because he wants to see, you know, is everything still good? Like, you know, he's double checking it. This is so obvious, it's amazing. So look at, and then when he comes this direction, the headlights go up and down that building over there. Now here's what's interesting that I think if I, let me just grab, oh, that's crazy. Okay, if I move this out of the way, it's in the same spot. Watch. Oh yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Look at this. So look at when I have a vehicle that I'm in. See how the headlights are hitting the top of this building over there? They're lighting it up. Well, what's interesting, when I remove this, and now we're looking at the camera. It was behind that clip. Watch how the lights go down the hill. See that? See how this is me this is a sped up video that I had to slow down, but you can still see the movement. Okay, see that? That's normal, and it goes down because the vehicle is going down that little hill over there, which is right there. See this hill we're coming to? Right there. And then it goes down the hill. It's not perfectly synced there, but... And then here comes the vehicle down here. Now, law enforcement said, or not law enforcement, but in the probable cause document, it said the vehicle tried to turn around or park next to 1122 King Road, but that's not really accurate. It tried to stop or turn around right here. Watch what it does. Watch. See, it stops and then it backs up a little bit, and then it's like trying to do something. You know, it's trying to back up or maybe park in this little spot, but then it couldn't, so then it goes to the... Wow, is that really what he was going to do? Was he actually thinking of parking in the front of the house right there? Man, that's insane. Because look at, he was trying to back into there. Did you see that? Let's watch that again. He comes down. There's the Elantra. I mean, look at that clear, shiny... Then he goes over here, and then he pulls up, and he's almost like he's doing a parallel parking attempt. See that? He's trying to back in, and he goes, screw it. I'm going to go. And then he goes over here and does a 3-point turn. See that? And then he drives back that direction. I don't know if you guys can follow along with what I'm doing, but yeah, what was he doing there? Jesus. So now he goes, okay, screw that. He's going to go back to that back parking spot. So then he goes back around here, and he drives so fast when he gets up at the top. It's amazing. And that's something, I had to speed up my own video that I was in dramatically to match this, because this is a known thing here. See, look at we can even just do it from right here. Let's go back to here. Right when the light comes around, that's at 407:20. Let's see, 28. 407:28. And then they have it on here at 407. Excuse me, let me go back. 407:28, and then 407:47, which is only 19 seconds later. It's already, the headlights are turning, and you can see it on 1127. So here it comes. And then look at this though. So this is the actual time here. Look how fast I have to go here. Yeah, like just zipping through here to then be able to have it turn right there, and then look right up there. There's the headlights at the top by Statesman up here. So let's go. This is the only time I'm showing it, but see how the lights up there? That's the headlights hitting the top of 1127 King Road as it turns behind the area up there, and it does it on all the other laps, okay? Maybe I'll put butt gray on the front or something. I don't know. I just want to do it the way I got it. You're overcomplicating it there, Sandy. All right, so the vehicle is parked here, and right now it's 408. And, you know, I could actually have, let's see what happens if I, instead of showing that, I just have this. Yeah, so we can go, yeah, I have it all synced up. See the time, 407:56, 407:56. So now we're just looking at the front of the house instead of the Elantra parked back there. And then I think he goes into the house. All right, where are we at here? Yeah, we still need about another 2 or 3 gifted memberships or something like that, and then I'll donate 5 memberships myself. But come on, you guys, you don't see anybody else making these kind of videos, right? This type of analysis. Man, it's amazing how the sensationalistic people get, you know, supported so well. See, those sounds are just like artifact, kind of beep, 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 beep. These aren't like, there's so many of those that it's obvious that that's not something. You can always tell when it's somebody or something. Hey, thank you, Dale Galeo. A silent G, everybody, a silent G. My name is actually Ray. God, I'm funny, man. Let's see. Hey, look at that. Scott's Garage gifted a membership. All right. Welcome all the new members tonight. And now we just need one more of those. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, they call me Gary, Greg, Craig, Ray. Yeah, you must have spelled your name wrong, Gray. Thank you, John Dunn. Yeah, John Dunn was one of our you still want to be a moderator, John? Because you were like one of our only male moderators that we had, anyways. I was trying to. I just hadn't seen you for so long, but I've seen you now quite a bit lately. I don't think he went into the house till like 4:15. Yeah, I'm just, we have people that have been around a long time that were already moderators. Yeah, I mean, like, some of you stay around for a while, then I'd consider that. Dale. Like if you've been around for a while or something. Because there's some people that have shown up and they've turned out to be trolls. Oh, you do? Oh, sorry to hear that, John Dunn. But, yeah, it's always good to see you in here. It reminds me of the old days. Like, it's cool when I see Brown-Eyed Girl in there, John Dunn, some of the old names that pop in. That's not what you expected, yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know even know if I ever get to retire. That's the thing. I've been trying to go fishing more with my kid. We've gone like 6 or 7 times now. Kayak fishing. All I need help is putting it back on the top of my vehicle, because I had this guy built this thing on top where I pull into my carport and I crank it up onto the roof, and then I just put my car under it and put it down on it, and then I just strap it on and then go fishing, and then I can easily take it off of it. It's just putting it back on top of the car to get it back home. I've done it a few times, but it gets pretty... like my lower back isn't the greatest. Alright, so here's 4:12. I don't think Kohberger enters the house until about 4:15. Doesn't that sound nuts? Or 4:14 or 4:15. But I think he does not enter the house until that long. I think he sits back there and he's planning and he's amping himself up and he's just... I mean, it's possible he's in there. Like now, but... Oh, there's Brown-Eyed Girl right there. What was that right there? So that sounds like a vehicle sound, that one. Thanks, Jen Frederick. Very cool, very cool. Yeah. See, right over here, can you guys see this little spike over here? Look. Right there. See, I think that's where there's actually audio that we could hear if we had the full audio. Because there's definitely voices and they're yelling. And I think that Kohberger's already, that could even be some Dylan stuff going on there, or... Yes, that stuff there is just artifacts. I mean, you could turn up space and there'd be some sound. That's not true, Gray. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, Kristen, on the other show. I always like how they follow along and they go, oh, look what I thought of. And it's like, yeah, we talked about that last night. All right, here we go. It's 4:15:56. So we're getting to a point where you can hear some sounds. Yeah, here it comes. See, like I think this sound here at 4:15:09 is connected to the case. Maybe not. Let's see. That actually sounds like somebody asking a question. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Hear that little sound like da-da-da? Here we go. Huh. Maybe there isn't really fighting going on. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in some ways, though, that's so close to the camera sounding, like this part, you know? But it's definitely people talking, and now we're within 3 minutes of everybody being killed, so it feels like that might be something. Like, that's why it sucks not to have the full audio. You know, this whole thing right here. Doesn't that sound like somebody saying something like, what would you be saying with that tone? Right there. You guys hear what I'm talking about? Let's make it louder. All right, I've also boosted this audio way up. All right, so let me see. We are at 15 higher. So let me show you what it actually sounded like. All right, hold on. This is what it sounded like normally. Da-da-da. Sliding glass doors on the back of the house. You wouldn't hear it. See, that's the normal sound. I'm going to make it like 25, though. Ooh, now it's way higher. Do you guys hear that tone of a girl's voice that's not scared at all? And she says, da-da-da, da-da-da. That's the tone coming up. It's right here. Right there. You hit me. I mean, you know, I don't know. But it just sounds like that. You hear that? Da-da-da. Not there. Ah, Jesus. No, it's not a dog barking. It's a person going da-da-da. No, it's not TikTok, YouTube. I don't know. Why would they say that? Are you going to grab it for me? I don't know. Alright, you guys see that right there? There's like a little light or something. Alright? But that light's coming from over here to the right, which is the north side. It's probably just somebody turning on their light in this apartment over here to the north. Because that light right there, you can't make that if you're over at the 1112 or 1122 King Road address. It sounds like somebody asking a question, like dun dun dun. I don't know. I don't really. It's hard. I've heard that tone before. So that's a voice of somebody. See, we're getting into the realm of spirit box crap now, because we hear something and then we assign it to something. But you got to remember, this is all. We only have 6.67. Well, not that. About 1/15 of the audio of what it should have, the information. Like 1/15 of the information that audio would have. See right here, you can go something something stomach. Watch, but it probably doesn't say that at all, right? Because it's only 1/15 of the audio. Wait, what? What's the poltergeist? What's it saying inside the TV? Mommy, I'm over here, or something. Yeah, I think that sound might be related. I mean, look at 416. Listen. There seems to be communications. And now we get to the normal speed right here. See? Like that's what it's supposed to sound like. Clear like that. Ish. Okay, let me boost up this part here. Everything that's quiet I'll make louder. But when you make it louder, you're adding artifacts too. See, I thought that was like maybe Ethan being stabbed or something, that sound. Make that louder. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, when I hear that, I think she's saying, like, get out of here. Okay? Like, get out of here. Get out of our house or something. You know. Yeah. And That booming sounds so loud, though. I mean, I guess it is only 50 feet away from the... You know, they think that's in Xana's room. Yeah, it doesn't sound like that. It does sound like get out of here, doesn't it? Yeah, now this part here is all barking. That came over pretty well, even after only getting, 1/15 of the audio, the barks. Right here, look at. So it's not bad, you know. How let's see how loud I have this. Yeah, so that's 5 decibels louder. So if I made it -5, this is the normal sound. But what I find the most interesting about it is there's no other sounds other than the dog barking. And if you go back here, see how, I mean, this is when Xana and Ethan were killed, is right in this time frame between 4:17:32 and 4:17:47 in like a 15-second window. You know, might even, you know, you could maybe add in, let's see. You know, like maybe right around here when the Murphy started barking at 4:17:05 to right here 4:17:46. So that kind of makes some sense. 41 seconds of time where they were killed, and then there's nothing, right? I mean, just look at the. See, I do this a lot right here when I'm looking at things. You know, just kind of looking at the wave file over here. So if we take a look at this, and I'll make it bigger so you can see. You see how in here, you know, there's dog barking, and then there's activity, some a little right in there, a little in there, a little in there, and then, you know, a lot of activity inside of there. I mean, you know, I boosted the audio, but there's these little sound areas here, and then right here it stops, and it's bark, 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 and then barking and barking and barking. And that's just really all there is left is barking. I mean, I think that's very telling. Like, this is the sort of the crescendo of the attack is right in there, and then it just stops right there. Yeah, if you guys want, you can help make up for yesterday. If you want to give some more channel memberships, that'd be awesome. If not, that's cool too. Right here. See, these are, you know, 1/15 of the audio left, but you still see it. And that, you know, and it's interesting because there's a sound right in here, and I wish, you know, that was something that we could just hear it, because this could be like he's, you know, right around the time he's leaving. I don't know what that is. I guess we won't get to know unless we have. We might not even know even if we have the full audio. I mean, it's interesting because you can even hear the multiple, you know, with even when it was condensed like that. Could be Mike. Well, Kohberger left because of this dog. Yeah, but people that own that kind of dog said they sound like that. Plus, again, this isn't the perfect audio. It probably sounds like the barking did earlier. And so he's been at his vehicle for like a minute and a half already. See, this is what I'm talking about right there. See that? Now that looks like a light in the area there. Now that I look at it again, because the light there. So there's some, I can almost see it. Like there looks like almost like that's a vehicle or something. I don't know. There is a light that's in that area over there, so that's not his. I was thinking maybe that was like, if his car is parked where over here where there's a gap between, like he parked in the parking lot, a light might actually be able to shoot over there. See, like it's still lit right there. See that? And then it sort of fades out. It's almost like what I was thinking. Maybe that was Kohberger's dome light as the doors open, and then he shuts, after he loads everything and shuts the door, it fades out, like right there. See that? Goes away. Boom, right there. See how that was kind of weird, right? And that goes out at 4:20:20, and that's almost exactly when he would be taking off. Are you guys paying attention to this instead of talking about Murphy? Yeah, we get it. Yeah, you see this? I mean, so that's what made me interested in this light over here. However, there's light. I mean, maybe there's two different things going on here, but there's light going on in the area right there. See that? There's some over there, here, so maybe there's a vehicle, but then this light here might be, you know, I know that if that's a window, then that means the car, something over here giving the angle, you have to do, you know, it's basically a 90-degree angle to the window, and then the vehicle might be over here that's lit, but it doesn't really look like a vehicle that's lit. So, see, like, here's the telephone pole, right? And there's the corner of the building. Let's take a look at how this would work. Welcome, Maria Kitty Cats. Hey, by the way, let me ask you guys something. I don't have a lot of time, it seems like, for me to do the members only stuff, but I'd like to do members only stuff. I mean, what's something that you guys would think it would be, you know, once or twice a week that we do that would be worth it for you? I mean, I could do like some sort of a live stream, or I could upload my videos for you guys first, and then it goes out on the so like after you guys watch, then it goes out to the public after you guys see a premiere or something like that. Yeah, he could have been running around the house, Carm, yeah. If he got outside, that's one of the things we were wondering about. But a lot of people say that he was up in his room with the door shut, hiding, you know, we saw him hiding underneath the desk. Yeah, so, I don't know. Let me know. Nobody seemed to answer the question that I asked. All right, so if you look down here, there is a, there's the telephone pole right there. Okay, so there's the telephone pole. And let's take a look at the picture again. There's a telephone pole right here, I think. And it's just to the left of that, and then there's this building here. It seems like it's right. Is there a street view here? Oh, right there. Man, they just completely get you out of this area, man. You can't see anything. Jeez, where did I just go there? All right, well, here's the house. So if we draw a line, I think from here is where the camera is, and then go over about like that. I know it's weird because there's a, so something like that. Then if you take that end and go over this direction, I mean, look at, I mean, it's sort of weird because it puts you back here. I mean, what if it was like here or something in the back parking area where he has his car door open, and then the light somehow makes its way through there because it's above this house here, and then it just sort of is reflecting on an object over here at this house. See, what I'm talking about is this thing right there, whatever that is. Because look, there's nothing. And then, but what's interesting is whatever is lighting up that car was lighter, and then all of a sudden you see that. So there's something that happened over here. I mean, I don't know if a car door way up there would light up just that spot. It would have hit all these other spots. So I don't know. It's like, could be a local spot, but what I found was interesting about it was, so you go by, there it is, and it's still lit right there. Now, whatever that is, I don't know, but look how it fades out at 4:20, 16, 17, 18, almost like a door being shut, and then 4:20 in 19 seconds, and then guess what? He's heading out of there. He's probably taking off just a little bit after that. Hey, thanks, Frank. Because he takes off at 4:20 and 47 seconds. I don't know what that was. It's probably more of a local light over there. That's what my gut tells me. It's not Kohberger. I was just looking for some, you know, any connect. See, now he's coming. And he is just hauling ass. I mean, look at this thing. And I think right there is where he revved it to go around that corner, that sound that you heard. And now he knows he's safe, though, because, I mean, look at the difference in speed up there, you guys. I mean, look at that. Oh, that's crazy. So let's do that same. What? How many feet was that first one that we did? Oh, I can find it. I already have it. Now let's just do it right here. Chat GPT. It was the convert miles per hour. That was the one where I said 156 feet in 13 seconds. Now let's see how quick it does it this time. Okay, there it is. 4. Actually, 3, 4. There's 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so that's it's already a third of the way into the 4th second. So that means 0.66. And then over, Jesus, I mean the difference. And then right there is, so all of 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. Wow. So like 2 seconds. I mean, it's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, like a 1 and let's see. So it was 9 plus 15, 23. So that means let's just say 2 seconds. Okay, to round it off. Wow. This is going to be crazy. So it went 8 miles an hour the first time. So what if it only took 2 seconds? Watch this. This is way different here. 53.
All right,
53
let's recount
miles
for
an
2
hour.
seconds. Feet per second. 156 to Hungarian forints, sequel to 78 FTs.
That's even
Senfrachi
slower.
156. Front text FT.
Now that's crazy. 56 miles an hour. The first time he drove by an 8.8 or 8. What was the first one? 8.18. Jesus. Look at that. I mean, he's just absolutely flying around. Like, look at that. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's insane. But I think you can really narrow down Ethan and Xana being taken out like right in, like I would say between 4:17:16 and 4:17:46, a 30-second window. And that's all it would take to do what he did. You might go back to, maybe 4:16:50. Is there sound there? Yeah. Yeah, I would actually add this chunk in here. I go from 4:16:50 to 4:17:46. So that's about a minute to kill, because it was really quick what he did to Ethan, and then the rest of it was probably Xana, and then he got the hell out of there, because there's no more sort of ambient human, or some sounds from humans after that. Yeah, she had like 50 stab wounds, so Xana did, and stuff to her face, so I'm just giving a little bit more time there. But I just think this is really telling here, for those of you who weren't here. If you just look, see how clean this is over here with the dog barking? You see that? Just clean, clean, clean. A dog barking. Even this is clean right here. And then right here, there's a dog barking, but there's look at all this other stuff. Like right over here, this stuff here, that's a dog, I think. That's obviously a dog. Yeah, so somebody's talking in there. I can hear a voice right there. Another bark. But this audio. Hold on, let me go to this audio here. This is, I think I was including this in there, right? So right at 4:16:51. So maybe there and right here. that. I think that's attacking happening in there. So like I said before, 41650 to 41746. So basically what you're hearing right now, this whole segment, starting now, we've already done it, D. Rich. I'm the one that showed you guys about that time frame. Okay, people have copied me since then. Right? We're not doing it again. Yes, that's weird. And then there's never another whimper or a human sound again at that point. Yeah. You notice how everybody's like, hey, do you guys hear this sound? I mean, if you do, yeah, right. We're the ones that found the sounds, all right? Not sure why I have arrow here. Oh yeah, that's that light source that came from over there. You're talking about the light source? D. Rich? Do you really care about that light source? We've already gone over it. Yeah, it's right there. There's a light here. Yeah, we've seen it. And I've already shown you exactly what that is. That's just the side of, I mean, we went over it in detail the other night, all right? It's basically this side, the north side of this house right there. That means a light from over here created the light on that side. It has nothing to do, no, it has nothing to do with a flashlight or anything like that. It's somebody's light, like in an apartment, that shined over here and hit that. Do you think the FBI knows exactly what was said with their equipment? Maybe. You know, I'd have to, I mean, that audio right there is the clearest they've got. You know, I mean, that is the audio. So I think that at earlier times, though, you can make out all kinds of stuff. Yeah, what do you mean there's no audio at that time frame that matters? Yeah, there's no audio at that time, D. Rich, so you obviously you must have been talking about that. There's audio back here at this time frame at 4:15:12 right here, see? Peekaboo. You know, that's what it almost sounds like. Peekaboo, that tone. Peekaboo. Yeah, I mean, we got to realize, though, this is connected to a different house. So there could be stuff going on in that house. This is a party weekend, and people are up. And so we can't say for certain that audio is coming. That's why I got to hear it, you know. There's no thuds at that time, D. Rich. You keep saying no worries, but then, yeah. All right, let's see if we can find the. Wait, okay, let's try 4:14. All right, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, we've already gone over that. It's me, Mike, many times. I've made videos on it. You should go watch them. Yeah, there's no thuds in that time frame, D-Rich. Are you trying to throw me off over here? We don't know what it is, Michelle. We don't know. If you worded it like, maybe that's so-and-so, that would be great, but you don't, so. I mean, my video is that it's her thudding when he attacks her and she goes to the ground. That's what I put in my animation that I made. But we don't know what that is. What was that thud then? See, this thud is coming from the house that we're in. I mean, don't you think? Let me make the... I'll put it down, back down to minus 25. This is the actual sound on this camera. But it's 1/15 the quality. So when you hear that now it sounds farther away, doesn't it? But then you hear a voice in there. Yeah, who knows? Then we go all the way over to here to 416.49. I think that's like somebody, I mean, that's just, to me, this stuff here sounds like somebody actually being impacted by a knife, like maybe, Ethan. Like, or somebody grunting with the force they're exerting, Like, is that Kohberger right here? I get it right here. I'm here to help. God, wouldn't that be crazy if that's what he's... I'm here to help, and that's his sound. Anyways, I don't know. We can go over that a million times. It's the Spirit Box Dream. These guys they can just sit there, they'll play a spirit box and they'll tell you what it says, and they can double up on it, and then they'll move over to the audio and go, see, it says, and then they'll make you think it says something. But you can definitely tell that there's people in there. Yeah, we've heard people saying Ethan's coughing, I don't think so. Like, he got killed immediately. You never know, though. Yeah, so anyways, hope you guys did you like the show? Should we make the what did you, was that your idea for the mug, or should we do something different with it? I'm trying to make a good one that everybody wants, that says, I'm never watching again. Did you want have my face on it, right? This one right now, look at that. I mean, it looks cool. I'm never watching again. Ooh. That's when I'm saying ooh hoo hoo, that one right there, right? Yeah, I mean, don't you think that would be kind of cool? Let's see. View extra. So that's what it would look like on there. Maybe if I take, let's see what happens. If I grab like this one, And then move it over here. Make it smaller. Then rotate it a little bit. No, I could just leave it there, right? And take another one. That way it's kind of looks the same, but I can make that the quotes. Would that work? I don't know. Maybe they need to be wider. Ah, shit. Yeah, that doesn't look too shitty. How about like that? I'm never watching again. There we go, huh? That looks all right. Got the quotes and everything. I got that little face. That's exactly the trolls. That's what they look like all the time. I don't know. What do you guys think? I kind of like it. Maybe the front I'll put, but gray. I'm never watching again. So maybe the front just says butt gray with no. Oh no, I'll make a different face. So it'll be a two-sided mug. All right. Oh yeah, shouldn't it just be I'm right? You're right. Not I am never watching again. That sucks. I'm gonna have to start over, I guess. I was using like AI to do it, but now I'm gonna say I told it what to say. Yeah. Yeah, two sides. The first side would say butt gray, and then I'll have another face, but gray, like a question face that I make. And I'm not going to put a hat on that side because that's what it looked like on that video. We got to have that. That's got to be the memory that everybody has. Yeah. All right. Let me go back to this. Maybe I'll try to do it again. Where was it? Was it that one? Gray, I sent some messages for some ideas to raise money for a video. Or a video. Raise money or a video? Ideas to raise money or a video. I don't know. Alright, cool. Right, let me show you these other ones that are out there. Look at that one. See, ChatGPT, look at that one right there. I'm never watching again. But that one says I am again. Then there's this one, I am never watching again. That one looks horrible. Look at that. That was the first one that it came up with. So that's the picture I used. See, I go, use that picture, and it did pretty good, right? Start over and use the phrase I'm never watching. Let's see. All right, let's see what it does. I don't know what you're talking about. I know, Sandy. We've already said that up above. Yeah. God. You always drive me crazy. Yeah, I already said I was going to make it two-sided. Yeah. So should it be Graay? Add boohoo. There's not a lot of text if I put boohoo. Maybe, yeah. Let's see. Let's see what it comes up. I might have to start over again. No, I'm not putting the visor. I might put it on the other side, the butt gray one, but not on that one. Because I wasn't wearing one when that happened. So, yeah. I don't have a GHI profile. I don't want... Just let me make the mug the way I want to make it. Jesus, put your profile picture? What the hell are you talking about? This is sort of just like an insider... So the butt gray... Okay, there it is. Ryan has it like or, you know... Butt gray... I mean, isn't the butt normal length, though? Like BUT and then... And it doesn't say boo hoo hoo. It just says ooh hoo hoo hoo. Like O O O H O O H O O H O O. Oh God, look at that one. I look like a different person. But yeah, that's better on that. I'm just gonna like say new chat. Use an image I provide and make it a sketch with the words in quotes. I'm never watching again. ... Ooh. 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 Alright, there you go. Will that work? Will that work, everybody? And then he has to upload. Wait, what did you say you sent me? Oh yeah, I'll check it out, Carm 143. But you don't want me to talk about it now, do you? Cindy stuff? What do you mean Cindy? It was some Cindy stuff. What does that mean? I don't get it. I don't have any emails from you. Can you please show a clip where BK panicked at seeing driver and went around? Yeah, we've already done that 100 times. These people, they send me stuff and pretend that, oh, they're coming up with something they noticed when we've played this over and over again. They just want to send it and say, see, look, I sent Gray, and it's like we've shown it 100,000 times. All right, hold on. I'm trying to find the image. Let's see. F T-shirt, and then here we go. You got to use that picture. I don't know who that was. Dale. What does that mean? Who? Which one? Who are you talking about? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I got spam emails from people. I don't know when you say that one was from Dale. The wine when he says it. Oh yeah. Well, you just, that's the thing. It'll just be something you get to remember. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, on this channel, we've covered everything, and we've covered it many, 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 many times. Just, if you really want to get caught up, just go watch my videos, not my live streams, on this case, and you'll just know everything. I had this as an idea earlier, that, like it was a a cartoon-like looking one, but I like the sketch better. You know? Yeah, I've made about like 6 videos on the timeline of the Elantra driving around, but now it's just so much better because we have so much more footage and audio. Can you please clip where BK panicked at seeing DoorDash driver and went around Taylor Avenue to Elantra and number plate was captured? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, yeah, I mean, it was captured on, you know, when he drove all the way around at the Ridge Road, yeah. Yeah, he's definitely captured. I mean, I don't know. You guys shouldn't be watching these people that you're mentioning. You know, you send... Oh, wow, what the hell happened there? That looks worse. But I like the down here, right? I don't know. What about that one? Maybe if I made it... Looks like I'm like going to the bathroom or something. Ooh, I like the other version better. I have to go back and look at the let's see. Yeah, that's like so much. I like this art better over here. Yeah, I mean, look at these. But okay, start over using this same style with the original picture and have in quotes, I'm never watching again. I think we'll just keep using this one. I'll just keep re-uploading the original image again and go. Try it again with this image. Try it again with this one until it gets that first one got it right the first time. All right, here it goes. Yeah, I don't remember. I didn't get an email from you up there, 143. I do get a coffee from... I did get coffees tonight, though. I got from Ginny. Thank you. And it says, but Gray. And then I got one from, of course, Lisa Valenzuela. I don't know what you're saying, Carm. Did you see the third-party shit-taking video with captions that contradicted themselves? I don't even know what that means. I have no idea what that means, man. I guess I'm just not cool. I'm not in the know. Looks like it cut off the top of my head. I'm never yeah, Jesus. See, now it's like struggling. Look how good that first one was. That's just perfect, that one. That one looks weird. That's not what my face looks like. That one, pretty close. That one's not what my face looks like. That one, sort of.
Got it. We can start fresh. What's the exact image and text style you want for this new version?
Alright, let's see what it says.
Got it. Please re-upload the image you want me to start with so I can make the sepia sketch in 3000 times 3000 pixels with your full face and the quoted text underneath.
Thanks, Maria's kitty cats. Just love your detective work, Ray. Hey, thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I think differently than other people out there. You know, that's just my mind thinks outside of a box, but I use the facts to, I don't know, I think of different ways to look at things. The way I put things together so that's easy for people to somebody in the under the video said something, the only way this could be more simple is if, you know, yeah, it was like, yeah, I mean, look at it. It's right there. I get a lot of copycats out there, that's for sure, though. And I hate how they just take what I do, repeat it on their show, and everyone goes, wow! You know, with not one single, you know, attribution to somebody else. I guess the world didn't used to be like that. See, look, it's cutting off my head. I told you. Stop. You are cutting off my head. See, I don't want it. I want the top of my head in there. Try that one again. Hey, well, thanks, art and design. Hey, you wouldn't know that, though, because YouTube didn't put it in front of people's eyes. What were they shit talking? Oh yeah, yeah. There's a channel that all they do is hate my guts. Yeah, and I'm the only one that they ever talk about because I actually try to raise funds every single night on here. And if we didn't ever want to try to make a difference outside of it, I could easily just go and just kind of go with the flow and whatever it was, and then not give anything at all. But I want to keep doing what we've been doing, which has allowed us to give, let's see, where are we at? $255,500 since January of 2020. So in 2020, right in the pandemic, we did $22,000 right out of my income. So like super chats and everything, and we're bringing in income, and then at the end of the month, I donate a certain amount of, whatever I can do. And then $42,500 in 2021. Then $62,000 we gave out in 2022, and then it started going down a little bit. 57 in 2023, 49 in 2024, and this year we're probably close to 2021, like 42. But it's better than nothing, right? I mean, it's like most of these channels are made up of people who don't give a nickel of anything to anybody. And they hate when somebody else, they try to denigrate the way that you're. Yes, I do get frustrated on here. Like last night wasn't very fun or good, or it was just like, what the hell's going on, So that one's a pretty accurate sketch right here, this one. So we're back to that. Is sort of similar. Oh yeah, well hell, look at that one, you guys. I'm never watching again. Hey, look at it. There you go. I think that's a pretty good one right there. What do you guys think? I'm never watching again. What do you think? All right. All right, I'm going to save this one. That's sweet. It did it. That'd be a cool book cover. All right, let's see. I know, I like that one though, but let me open up the other one. No. Oh wow, that's kind of, let's see. Yeah, man, it made it so, let me turn off this one. What if I put the... That's what it would look like right there. On white. It's kind of cool, right? If that was just on white right there. What do you think? I'm never watching again. Yeah, you can just feel the whine, right? Like, you guys have seen it so many times, right? I'm not sure what that means, Wendy, but beating out in song. What does that mean? I don't get it. Yeah. All right. Let me see what happens if we make it. Yeah, it's like done. You can't. I can't affect it anymore. Wait, no, over here. Image. Yeah. Ooh. I'm at too big. I'm at 300 is what I'm at. Jesus. I don't even know what it's doing. Just alright, so that's bigger now. Make the sketch contrast greater, more dark, more light. See what happens when it does that. I guess this is sort of like members only type of stuff right here. Yeah, well, that's what they do, Tim. It's just crazy. I know where it came from. There are people, you know, they didn't like me from something that happened to them in the past, and they spend all their time, every waking hour, trying to, you know, hurt my channel in some way. They always show up on any show. They're the people who go on to Vinny's show and say that. Those people, then they make, you know, it's just, I keep track of all of it at some point. You know, if it ever actually affects my channel, you know, where it's hard to recover from or something, then I'll be going after those people. But I have it all documented. It's great. It's just like with the clown. You know, the clown, he made all those videos on the girl, you know, Bethany Funk and Dylan Mortensen. Yeah, I'm sure people stored those videos out there. They have the proof. Oh yeah, they've been doing it for a long time. It doesn't matter. you know, the people are dumb enough to believe and follow them. I mean, those are the people that are, you know, they're the sick ones in society. Hey, let's see this one. This one's kind of looking kind of cool at this point. It's kind of darker. I like it. I want it to be more dark. Look, you got that. This makes my. They get worse and worse in terms of. I like the coloring, but can you make the image of the person match more exactly what the image looks like? Your likeness has gotten worse with each iteration. I didn't ask you to change the look of the character. I just wanted the lines darker. I like scolding ChatGPT. It's fun. Yeah, they hate it. I mean, my channel makes an income on here, right? But like, let's say there's a month where my channel brings in 15,000 gross dollars, right? That I still get taxed on that, right? I save a little bit because when I donate money, let's say you donate $5,000, you get taxed on 10 now because you donated 5. You know, it doesn't. People think it saves you the whole amount. They're lunatics. All right. God, that would have been a good one if it didn't make my face look like that. God. I mean, look at that stupid thing. I like that, with the way they have the text and everything. Okay. Can you make another sketch that looks similar with the layout, but use this image I am about to provide? Let me see if it can start over again.
Sure. Go ahead and upload the new image, and I'll make a similar sepia sketch with the same layout and text style.
Yeah, like if I brought in $15,000 in a month, I'd probably donate $5,000, right? And then the 5,000 means I get taxed on the 10, and so that means I would have to pay 3,000 in taxes. So my channel would make 7,000, and I would be donating 5. Does that seem greedy or unfair to people? Yeah. It's just, I don't know anybody out there that donates that big a chunk of their income. Well, I mean, this image here is whiny, right? This one that I just uploaded, look at that. The last one, they just keep getting less and less similar. Like, that doesn't look like me. That one looks like somebody whistling. That one's good, because it's kind of, that one was a pretty good one. I just wanted them to make that same image. But anyways, what I just said, doesn't that make sense? Like, if my channel made 7,000 and I gave 5,000 out, that seems pretty normal. Yeah, and I have to store, every third month is basically zero income, because I have to take the entire amount and then I have to send it out in taxes that I pay. Okay, let's see what this one comes up with. Yeah. Now, one month, it was just this crazy month. It was the combination of Kylie Rodney and the Idaho 4. I think my channel brought in something like 20. I mean, it was ludicrous. I've never even seen anything like it. Like 23,000, and I donated 10. I don't know. I think it might have been 24,000, and I donated 10. But I mean, that's still like. I mean, after taxes, I think it's like. I don't even know if I. So let's see. You brought in 24, donated 10. Then I got to do 10 off the 24, so you got taxed on 14. So it was probably 10. Now I'm not putting a visor on my on this one because this one's a real. Okay, starting to look pretty good. Let's see if you guys can do it. I'm not sure which word. I don't even know what word you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I just told you I do. I'm just talking about I do have deductions. I'm talking about just in general. Jesus, you guys. Look at this one. It's ooh-hoo all over the place. Hey, are you drunk? Not unless someone slipped tequila into my training data. I get what
Not unless someone slipped tequila into my training data. I get what you mean, though. You wanted the exact likeness preserved, just in the sepia sketch style with the same layout, but my last output shifted the proportions and expression too much. If you want, I can redo it with a stricter likeness match, locking in the facial structure and details from your provided image while only changing the coloring and line style.
Yes, and only use the text I gave you. You added... Yeah, okay. Yeah, isn't that funny? It actually knew what I meant. Yeah, we've given $29,000, by the way, to RAIN, which is violence against women. Yeah, almost 30. So, I mean, I whatever you guys want. I mean, you can go out there and believe whatever the hell you want, and you guys can be part of hurting a channel that actually makes a difference. If you want to be part of the lunatics out there who are trying to get rid of the only channel that actually gives anywhere, like I would say that the amount we've given is greater than like Kendall Ray or any of those people have given over the years. All right, I'm sure they've given a lot, but we're nowhere near as big as they are. We're small comparatively. They've got millions of subscribers. You know, and I think it's great that she, people say that she gives, and I think that's awesome. I wish all the rest of these people would too. Wouldn't it be great if the Kohberger types were donating? Those guys make money hand over fist with the number of views they get. They do live streams. Everybody's like, yeah, keep it up, man. And it's weird. It looks like a bingo machine. All right, let's see. It's trying again. It's trying again. Yeah, and the thing is yes, my channel, I mean, the financial element's a big portion of it because I can't afford just to sit here and do streams for hours and everybody's just like, hey, thanks, all right, see you. You know, I need the support when I'm doing the show, and then that also allows us to give too, because I combine that with my ad revenue and everything else. And yes, it gets really frustrating when people are just not supporting. I know times aren't the greatest, but all right, that one's closer there. I'm never watching. What do you think of that one? I think that one's pretty good. Pretty good. Make the lines darker. Put less lines on my face and try even harder for a likeness. Oh, you mean my sketch thing? Oh, well, I want it to look like me, though, or at least, you know. Oh yeah, did it not have a goatee in there? Oh yeah, it's kind of missing. I guess it doesn't really show it anyways. This one's still the best one of them all. That's the face, you know. I'll let it try one more time here.
I wasn't able to generate the updated image this time due to an error. If you'd like, you can resend your request, and I can try again with darker lines, fewer facial lines, and a closer likeness match.
Wait, what? The hell is this? Oh, a new version. Huh. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the right image in here. So the other side's going to be butt gray. Like, how would the butt gray be written? Because it seems like it's butt and then gray's the slow part. Like, but gray, like B-U-T and then G-R-A-A-A-A-Y, something like that. But you guys often put B-U-U-U-T in there. Just the picture by itself? But how about the butt part, John? Gray, or just gray by itself? Not sure what this thing is doing. Is it working on something? Oh, it looks like it's trying to. Alright, it's going to make two of them. Yeah, Mike Weber got it. But gray. So I'll just make a, well, that one I'll probably use my visor, and I'll just have the, you know, I'll screen grab me saying it, and then put it out there. All right, hopefully this one's good here. That one's not bad, that one. Look at this crap over here. Why do you have so much, the words just all over the place? Like this one would be pretty good right here, wouldn't it? This one right here. But why does it have the words down here? Man, these guys, I tell you. Yeah, I remember that one. All right. But we'll just, that's great for like artwork and stuff. I think AI is really actually going to sort of revolutionize. I don't think it should be able to be used to have a person saying something. You know, like there's these videos out there with Bernie Sanders saying a bunch of shit that he didn't say, and it sounds just like him, looks just like him. You know, it's weird. Not that I, care that much that somebody did that to Bernie Sanders, but, then they could do that to anybody, Like whenever you see me mean in here, that's not really me. It's AI. Somebody's, I'm just kidding. Yeah. It's never me. What's weird is this first one's the best. Except I didn't put I'm never watching again. Like I would have went with that one. That one's cool. I like the darkness of it. Then this one's pretty good too. So I might still go with that one. Which is actually this image here. That's the PNG version. On what you could put that right on a white mug and it would look pretty cool. So I might actually still use that one. I'm just trying to see if it can come up with a better one. Yeah, the first one though just says I don't say. I mean that one. Let's see. I'm never watching again. Ooh, ooh. I don't know. That one, I don't know. That one's not terrible. But what do you think of that one? So they like this one? I mean, that does kind of look like me a little bit. Or at least the picture, the face that I'm making. I don't want my real face on it. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, look, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of. Let's see what it looks like if I. I mean, I don't have hair on my face like that, but it's sketching. I mean, it's on up here too, I guess. That's kind of what it would look like right there. What do you think of that one? I don't know. That one's pretty good. First sketch last. I mean, the very first one. Yeah, this one, like this one, I thought was the best sort of copy of the. Although it's kind of weird over there with the eye now that I look at it. And then this one's pretty good too. That one looks more like me than this one. I don't know. I'll keep working on it until I get it figured out. All right. All right. I'm never watching again. Yep, Long Island serial killer. I want to start doing that one pretty soon. Do the Rex Heuermann, go over some of those probable cause documents again. Which one? I don't know which one you're talking about. All right. Anyways, help with what? I mean, replace the text on that first one, art and design. Well, send me an email, so. It's right over here. Art and design. There's the email right there. Which image? The first one here? Because I like it how it looks like that. See how it looks like it's part of the, you know. And they would just say, I'm never watching again. I mean, this look that was so perfect the way they did that one. Although I don't like, now that I look at it, I don't like that eye over there. It looks kind of weird. I don't know. I'll tell you what, when I get to one at the end. Oh, jeez. All right. Anyways, thanks everybody. Gotta get out of here. Thank you, everybody. I know there was people on the previous show. I don't know if I have that somewhere. But thank you to Anonymous, Gifted 5, then Cuckoo, then Glory Batari, then My Vespa, then Brian Harrell, Linda Farber, Ali Cake, Michelle H, Sandy Shirley, K, me, Art and Design Studio, new member, then Tracy backwards, but the other way around. Art and Design Studios gifted a membership, then John Dunn, then Michelle H, Anonymous, John Dunn. Are you any good at making thumbnails? My problem is when I make a video, I make the thumbnail like 2 minutes before. I don't have time. Like, I wouldn't be able to send it to somebody, wait a day, and by then the news is old or something. Hey, John Dunn. Well, send me an email. You're going to send me an email and let me know what's going on. John Dunn, and then Pat T, Tammy McDonald, Mary, new member, True Crime, Mike, Michelle, Arizona, new member, then D. Rich, then Anonymous, then Brown Eyed Girl gifted 5, then Love the Sun 100, then Courtney Cuts Hair, new member, T. Ree, T. Morrill, D. Rich, Scott's Garage, Dale Galileo, gifted 1, Scott's Garage gifted 1, John Dunn gifted 1, then I gifted 5, then Brown Eyed Girl gifted 1, then Jen Frederick gifted 1, then Maria's Kitty Cats became a new member, then Little D, then Carm 143, then Frank, then Deo Galileo again, and then Carm 143, and Maria's Kitty Cats. And then we... Well, let me see. Let me go find those. I don't want to not thank everybody. Oh yeah, and then I mentioned the coffees earlier. Let's see. And then on the previous stream, are those going to be blank? Today's the 13th, right? Well, on the video earlier, let's see. Decanacious, Paul Marino, Annabelle. Those are on the premiere. And then I think yeah, I don't know, it's weird. It's like I don't know which video is which. So they don't show up on here because the video's gone. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to get this. I gotta get it where it looks just right, though. You know. So anyways, hope you guys had a good time on the show. Thanks for the conversation. And you know, I'm just who I am. I try to do the true crime the correct way, put out you know, factual information. Try to put it out there and speculate reasonably on the facts instead of just trying to invent, you know, interesting, you know, thoughts. Ooh, what about you know? And it's just kind of, it's like a waste of time, you know, complete waste of time. And we try to make a difference, as I think I try to make a difference as a true crime creator, a place where people can go where you're going to get a rational approach and, you know, a look at it the way you're supposed to look at stuff. And then also we make a difference outside of the actual YouTube channel we have a scholarship fund that we've put $18,000 in so far. 12 has already been given out. 6,000 is right now a new scholarship, and then we've given over 100,000 to a DNA fund for identifying Jane and John Does, and then all the rest of the money has gone to, you know, Texas Equisearch, RAIN, NCMEC, Black and Missing, Indigenous funds, you know, all kinds of different places. So there you go. And so you know, I appreciate you guys all being here, and hopefully you guys, you know, when I put out videos, make sure to share the videos and, you know, get other people to see them if you really believe in what I'm doing. All right. So thanks again for being here and helping us get to the goal tonight. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? All right. Thanks, everybody. And until next time, be safe out there. And thanks, mods, and all you guys for, you know, for getting rid of all the nut jobs that show up to my live streams. Thank you. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a
crime dissector, plethora projector. I'm a certified human lie detector. I'm gonna get you on a stretcher.
If you try and
Play me like an old projector.
crime sector is my nectar.
say
Gonna give another
Oh, I mean,
lecture.
projector.
It's too late,
Connector.
too
And
late.
I'm always gonna be a pup protector.
Gosh,
Reflector, interceptor. And I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all. Just remember, I've a temper fucking check ya.
I have no agenda. I'm no pretender. And I'll serve it to you straight without the blender.
And in the
And
end,
I'm gonna send ya
on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you.
Hey, thanks, John Dunn, up there for that nice comment. All right, we'll see you guys later. All right? Be safe out there.